What's going on, y'all? Joshua here, and on today's mission, 2015 Toyota Sienna. Customer states, after replacing pads and rotors, both front and rear, the vehicle has some brake noise. I'm going to see if I can replicate it now. I'll be back directly with what I find. Well, and per usual, mechanic gets hold of the vehicle and the noise just miraculously disappears. How fantastic is that? So, little town driving, little highway driving, and nothing. The plot thickens. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but man, something makes me think this actually goes into this groove right here. This could actually be the problem. Because see how it has that little nubbins on it? That nubbins would help this slide across the inside. And if you look down here, because you can't see it on the top, but there is a pretty good gap that is brilliant for that. I think that's the problem, y'all. I'm gonna do some testing and find out, but at the same time, I do know an absolute other problem is the fact these old bits of hardware were not wire brushed and no lubrication was used there, which means they didn't clean off the slide pins either. It's a mess. Do people even do quality brake work anymore, for real? I mean, I know there's some folk out there that do. I just haven't met them. Okay, I'll update y'all directly. So what did the other mechanic botch? What I was pointing out earlier, that's the squealer tab to let you know your brake pads are low, and he had them on the upside. They always go on the downside, and if you only have one, which in this case there are two, typically it goes on the inside pad on the downside of the caliper. So there you go. That was probably the racket he was hearing. Now I just got to get this hardware cleaned up, get the pads greased, put it back together, and do the other side, and hopefully that'll alleviate any future noises. So you give it a little grease on the contact points and you replace it back in there after cleaning up the hardware a little bit. Per simple. Just take the pad, put it in, top and bottom, slide angle, generally. There it goes. Maybe. It's being silly, y'all. Anyway, this is kind of difficult trying to camera this. Oh no, and it did exactly what it did to the other guy. Boom, right there. So that's the silliness. Don't be silly, humans. Like trying to do this one-handed. But you get the drift. Basically, you put it in at a slight angle, sort of a 45, and shkapoop. All right, I'm gonna do this the regular way now. Boy, look at all that fresh grease. Ugh, man. Toda Rabah, y'all, for providing me the skills to be able to diagnose this issue and get it addressed. I'm just so grateful for all you provide. Well, peeps, that's a wrap. Now I just got to do the driver's side. But, yep. One other little critical component is, you probably can't barely but see it. See that little shiny silver thing in there? Yeah, that's a little squishy little, you know, gator mouth shaped doohickey. What that does is allows these pads to expand away from the rotor once you've released the brake pedal, and that helps prevent friction and dragging, causing premature wear and noises. So always make sure when installing your pads, generally I find these on Toyotas, that you install those as well. But if your manufacturer also has it on theirs, get them, do them, and always replace the hardware. It's so simple, peeps, so simple. All right, I'm out of here. Take your skills, help your family, friends, neighbors, strangers solve their problems. It's called Love Thy Neighbors. Bye.